Hey all, Odd Rob here, and I'd like to share some stuff I learned and found useful after putting over 3,000 miles on my brand new NuCamp CS320 Boondock camper. Now this was my first time towing any camper anywhere. My suggestion to anyone using a camper that's new to them is to firstly, try it out close to home. First, to work out any bugs it may have. Secondly, watch as many YouTube videos as you can, showing your specific camper. And lastly, practice hooking and unhooking the trailer, using your water and electrical hookups, and how to use and empty your cassette toilet. The more you know and practice, the easier your trip's gonna be. So here are a few items I've used and tips I've learned that I hope you find useful. Now these are in no particular order, and any links will be in the description below. Now, first off, what you're gonna need is some shade. Either a nice visor for the front, maybe you've got an attached room or something like that, but make sure you have shade, especially if you're not gonna have any overhead cover like woods and stuff. Now listen, this is kind of embarrassing, but I could not, for the life of me, figure out where the wrench for my stabilizers were. I checked all over, I couldn't find it anywhere. I finally called the place where I bought it from, and much to my embarrassment, they told me, let me try and save you some embarrassment. So the stabilizer jack is located inside the camper. It is under the bench closest to the door, and it's right inside here. Again, that's the storage area under the bench, closest to the door. As far as for light outdoors and stuff, maybe play cards or do something along those lines, what I did was I used a lantern. It's an inflatable solar powered lantern from Luminade. If you're interested in this, see the attached unbox and review I did. It's pretty decent light. I'm also going to put an attachment for these hooks. They go really well on shepherd's hooks. I always recommend maybe having a shepherd's hook with you. And all this does is it just goes right on, it bends and it stays. It'll have your handy dandy neat little lantern hanging there. So one of the problems that I faced, of course, was bugs. And one of the things that helped me out a lot, Coleman has a citronella candle. Oh, I know, I said citronella, nasty smell, keeps the bugs away. But this one from Coleman, right here, actually burns for a while, worked well in keeping the bugs away, and smells, believe it or not, a lot like a campfire. Highly recommended. For those of you who don't have anywhere near enough plug-ins, one of the things I highly recommend, and I've used it for many, many months, is this B-Stack, and it's a tower, I guess you'd call it. Plugs in nicely. It's got several USB ports. I think there's a total of 6, and there's a total of 6 regular outlet plugs as well. Works really well. I take it everywhere I go. They're great, even if you're going to a, let's say you're gonna stay in a hotel or motel. Another nice thing to have, especially if you've got a lot of electronic equipment. One of the things also is, especially if you live in a climate that has a lot of snow or freezing, and there's salt that they use on the roads. The access panels on the side, when I got home, I couldn't access them. I couldn't use the key because they were all corroded and had too much stuff in them. So I had to use WD-40. It took me hours to open them up. So one of the things that I've done right now that seems to work very well is you take a piece of tape, I just fold it on one of the corners, and what you're gonna do is just take the tape and you're gonna put it right where that lock hole is, and that'll keep it from anything getting in there. Once you get to where you're going, just take it off. That's simple. Now, one of the things I found that for food, I wanted to pack as many things small as I could. I absolutely love my coffee in the morning. Love, love, love. So instead of bringing a regular coffee pot, or instead of bringing, you know, like a Keurig or something, what I did, I made sure I had a hot water electric kettle. It heats up the water very quickly. It doesn't go to waste. And what I did was I used packets of oatmeal, the instant oatmeal. I prefer the apple and cinnamon, Quaker. Pretty much anything that you have that can use the hot water, like those instant soups, any of that stuff, all of it packs very well, no matter where you're going. Other than that, this has been, you know, it's been quite a journey. It's been a lot of fun. One of the things that really got to me is the fact that I really had no idea what I was doing. But as many videos as I watched, until you actually do things, you don't know what's going on. So this is certainly not a complete list of things that I've learned, and I'll be learning more as I go along. As I find out new things, I'll certainly pass them on to you. So listen, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe and like buttons down below to help us grow. I welcome all your feedback. And if you see me out there, say, hey! Until next time, stay safe stay well, and by all means, stay odd. Yeah.